Hey coach, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest content that we're putting out. At this point, we've got 2 or 3 videos that we put out on a weekly basis. So if you're stuck with your business or you need more help with your business and you want free content, then subscribe to the channel. Now, if you want to get more specific help with your business, if you're struggling with marketing, lead generation, getting more clients, improving and growing your business, then the best way to get my help is to first visit the description below this video. There'll be a Calendly link there. Book a free 15-minute call. We'll get on Zoom. I'll see exactly where you're at with your business to begin with, and then I can show you whether we are a good fit to work together. And if we aren't, then I can show you some action steps to take to help you to grow and scale. Okay, so thank you for watching again, and make sure you like and subscribe. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the top tips to help to boost your soccer coaching business, right? So on a regular basis, on a daily basis, I get asked several questions from coaches all across the US and abroad as well, and internationally. But mainly US coaches ask me, Leo, what are a couple of tips to help me to grow and scale my business, all right? Or what are a couple of tips to help me to improve my business? So I'm going to share with you them today right now. Now, the first one is you've got to learn as a business owner to set goals and targets. All right. So without goals and targets, potential long-term clients just see you as someone that finds the problem but doesn't create a solution to that problem. So somewhere along the lines, if you're not setting goals and targets for your clients, right? Essentially what they're going to do is, right, they're going to see, okay, Leo has found the problem that I'm having. It might be I needed to improve my first touch. It might be I need more confidence improvement. I might need more help with my finishing, but there's no target, there's no goal setting in place to then lead up and work towards that target, right? So the first thing you need to do is you need to learn how to set goals, and you need to learn how to set targets, not just for yourself as a business owner, but also for your clients as well. Right now, the next one is make your sessions an hour long, your standard, right? So make your sessions 1 hour minimum. This will give you time to ask questions, get to know your clients. Also, it sets the time for future sessions, right? Double your income, half your client base. So what I mean by that is, right, and I'll give you an example. A couple of weeks ago, I got on a call with a coach based out in New York. Now, the problem he was having is he was doing a lot of sessions in the week, but all of his sessions were 90 minutes long. Okay. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, great, that's fantastic. He's got a lot of clients, he's doing a lot of sessions, but hour and a half long sessions, one, it can be very long, not just for you as a coach, but also it can be long for the client as well. Okay. So what I want you to do now is make your sessions 60 minutes minimum. Narrow it down. If you're doing 90 minutes, narrow it down to 60. Make those sessions intense, make them high tempo, and introduce within those 60 minutes, right, sections within those sessions where you can ask players questions, you can do a Q&A with the players, right? And spend at least 5 to 10 minutes within those 60 minutes doing stuff that is not focused solely on performance, but something that is focused on improving your clients away from the field, all right? What I mean by that is not just solely focusing on repetition with drills, but asking questions, trying to get into the player's head, and trying to get them to understand that performance is not just about what you do on the pitch, but it's what happens up here. Okay. And by asking them questions, you will find out a lot more about your clients. Okay. Now, the next one is add value where you can, right? What will separate your coaching experience from other coaches is that you add more value than just a 60-minute session. Okay. Now we're entering an era, especially in the US, where it's becoming in certain cities across the US, it's become very saturated private training. And what I mean by saturated means there's a lot of coaches, new coaches entering this space with maybe little or no experience, right? They've probably gone onto Instagram, they've seen a successful trainer working with a ton of clients, have it look, it looks like a very successful business, and that coach has turned around and go, do you know what? I want to try this as well. Okay. Now, the way you're going to separate yourself from those type of coaches entering is by adding value. Okay. So lesson notes, online support, tracking your practice sessions, providing stuff away from your sessions, going to watch your clients in matches, monthly player parent meetings are just a number of ways that you can add more value to your program so that you're separating yourself from the trainer that is only doing a 60-minute long session and doesn't provide anything else. Today, parents, when they only see a 60-minute session, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to compare you with on price. Okay, if you and 3 other coaches in the area, all you do is offer 60-minute sessions, they're going to go to the cheapest coach that offers that 60-minute session. Okay, so separate yourself, add more value, make your program more unique so that it's not just a 60-minute session you're offering, but you're offering something more in the sense of it's becoming more of a mentorship program for players rather than just a training program. Okay. Right. Now, the next one is paint the future for players, right? So what I mean by that is when you bring players on, okay, have them imagine what it's going to be like in 3, 6, or 12 months time after they stop working with you. Okay. Or they may continue to work with you. A lot of the time, coaches don't get their players to envision or to paint the future. Okay. So when you bring on players, you've got to be setting goals and targets for them. But then you've also got to be showing them and telling them, right, once we finish these 12 weeks, at the end of that 12-week, this is what the journey with me is going to look like. Okay, you're going to be more confident, you're going to get more playing time, right? You're going to be calling for the ball, you're not going to be afraid to make a tackle. Okay, depending on what problem you're trying to solve, paint the future and paint a picture for your clients so that they start to understand, right, essentially, okay, what your program, the end result is going to look like once they stop. Once they finish the 12 weeks, either they continue training with you after the 12 weeks or they don't continue training with you. But after 12 weeks, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, coach. So if you need help with any of these 4 things I've shared with you, or you need more help, implementing other strategies into your business, you just want to talk to me about what you're doing, you want to maybe get more ideas, description below will be my Calendly link. Book a call through there. We'll jump on Zoom, free 15-minute call. I'll see where you're at, see where you want to get to, and I can show you some action steps to take this week to grow and scale your business. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.